Hello everyone, I'd like to welcome you into my first video here on the YouTube. As you can probably tell by the title, we are playing Satisfactory in Update 8. Now, this thing just released in the experimental version of the game, so hopefully it's not too buggy, and hopefully we don't encounter anything game breaking that wrecks our save. That's the hope here. I am not super new to Satisfactory. Now I haven't done everything in the game, but I am. I do have a few hundred hours in the game, so I'm like definitely well acquainted with most of the mechanics in the game. A couple things before we start. I am playing with two mods right now. This is going to be the pack utility mod, which primarily I'm using for being able to fly around if I get to the point in which I know how to make cinematic shots in this game, because I don't know what I'm doing. But I want it there just in case we need it. Among other things, if I happen to lose something that's very important due to a glitch, be able to spawn that back in, whatever, I guess, because you can spawn items, that sort of stuff. And the other one we are running with is a power shard crafting mod, which is definitely like a early to mid game level mod. There are a couple different types, and we're using the one that's going to take rotors and copper sheets, I believe. It's like 50 of each or something like that for one shard. And this is only really to help with performance. That's the one thing I'm worried about, is I don't want to, especially while recording, I'm totally blind as to what the performance will be. And so I'm just putting this in. Also, I do not like having to run around and gather slugs a very limited amount. Considering some of the builds that we will be doing, we'll be using 1,000 buildings plus, and to be able to downsize that and maybe save some performance would be very nice. I do have a couple of the advanced options on, and that's going to be the unlock alternate recipe option, which basically just removes the need for hard drives, and I've spent plenty of time running around getting hard drive slugs, that sort of thing, and it's not a fun part of the game for me, and I want to enjoy this save as much as possible. This is going to be my first single player save. I've only ever played multiplayer, and multiplayer is quite buggy, so I'm actually have pretty high expectations for single player now. And I think the only other thing that I have as before we start is there is a lighting mod, I believe, that allows it to be like day all the time or night all the time or whatever. You can kind of set that accordingly, and it will be very nice for congruency in large building projects in these videos, which we will be doing many of. And then the other thing is I'm just open to adding any quality of life mods. I'm not looking to change the game dramatically, just adding quality of life time savers and allow me to really enjoy the game I want to play. But this is primarily a vanilla playthrough. And I think that's about it. And I have obviously skipped the tutorial, and we are going to be starting in the rocky desert. I think we are all good to click start game. Alright, so we are in. What is this animation with the... Okay. I'm going to start by collecting all the biomass that we will eventually need, although I don't know if there's much wood over here. I know there's like a lot of leaves, as we can see, but I don't know if there's much wood. We have our hub parts, biomass, and of course, animations. I think they must have changed that animation, because that was not the animation that I remember, at least, that's for sure. Yep, I figured there'd be one or two. Oh, hey, buddy. Nice little puppies. Wait, how did you die? Oh, that's a stutter. Oh, you didn't die, what the heck? Is there another one? No. Thought I heard another one. Okay. Well, we got some hog remains, which we need for... Oh, we can't get some wood for these. Okay. We got some hog remains, which will be useful in the MAM. We should have all the research. Oh, Ed, we did want to check one thing. Ah, it's in here. See. I actually want them on passive. I don't want to have to deal with killing all these things either. Although I still will be making all those items that we need, like the guns, novelist, obviously. The one of the biggest reasons that I love this biome is the amount of food you get is pretty crazy. There's no real point in rushing for inhalers or whatever if you need that. We can just eat berries for the rest of our life. Let's place down our hub. Face it this way, sure. Okay. Got our craft bench, all of our milestones to do. And there he is. Came off center like crazy there. That was weird. God, the animations in this game are maybe second to none. I have never seen a game with the amount of unique and diverse animations that this game has. They're all just so good. That's something I love about this game. Okay, so we need to get concrete, plates, rods. So we will need to hand harvest some stuff here. I'm gonna throw this. Keep the rest on me for now. So we need to get iron. I should be chilling to go. I should be able to actually not aggro those, hopefully. Try to break off this big old rocky. And we'll get some iron. Okay. I'm gonna move the hub actually. Move it right here. Okay. And I'll try to take out some of the monotonous, like, just hand mining that we have to do at the start and whatnot. So you guys don't have to see all that. There's a couple things that I need to do first. So I'm going to add a bunch of stuff to build planner. We're going to need probably, well, let's start with this. So let's make our plates that we need real quick, and then we'll make our rods, and actually we'll need some extra plates and rods, I think. And I'll need to get, do I need, okay, I need copper for the smelter. I need concrete, okay. I forgot, you don't start with anything. I could have sworn you started with some stuff, but I guess you do not. So at least get the equipment workshop down and make a portal, actually 2 portable miners here. Might as well just throw both these in here. It's almost like these have like personality. Like, look at it, you know? I mean, it's so sick. Just animations are so sick. Alright, so that'll get going. I think we have copper over there, I'm pretty sure. Oh, bacon. We need that for research. Again, more of this. Okay, so we gotta kill this thing quick. So I want to get limestone going now. I actually, as I stated previously, I have... Why are we not... Can we break this, please? I have played a good amount on multiplayer, but I've never played a solo world. So last playthrough, I remember I did something pretty crazy in the early game that kind of boosted our productivity like crazy. and it's using portable miners on these nodes, especially when you don't have more quick access to nodes and you need a lot of something. You can make a temporary line using a bunch of these, and I'll show you what I mean later on, but it really boosted, like, our first 2 hours was like crazy. I remember I was texting the group chat the stuff I did, and yeah, our first 2 hours, we were like, oh, didn't even know that we could get, you know, that far into the game that quick. So hopefully I can kind of replicate at least some of that here, and that strategy will work exponentially with the pure nodes. They work really great with pure nodes. So we'll see how they work with like these normal nodes over here. But I'm gonna craft up a bunch of these rods and plates, and we'll get started on our first production line. All right, and then as we let's see, oh, I probably should put that back in my hand. I'm gonna throw this couple extra things into there. All right, so now that we have that, let's go ahead and pick up this miner and build. Oh wait, I don't have any plates apparently. I need more plates. So I'm gonna move this here. Actually, just move it over here. Sure. And I think I want to centralize over here, maybe. I'm not sure. Let's get this miner down. Oh, we have no copper again. I forgot. I'm dumb. And I need a miner. Set that there. Okay, let's get a power pole put down. We need to connect both these gens, and we need to get some fuel in here. So what are the flowers in? And these. Okay, so should be at 40, yep, and then we're just consuming 5. This guy will be automating him, and then we do need to get a smelter down. Let's get you down here. Throw belts in there. Get you to make iron ingots. Connect. Oh, hey, no. We need one more power pole here. Alright. So we have. Now we're automating our iron ingots. I'm actually going to grab that and then throw that in there. This should be producing 60, right? Yep. And so we'll need a splitter to optimize that, but that will come with time. Let's see. And then I did make some rips actually, so I should just be able to throw these into here. We're going to make plates out of this one just to utilize this smelter 100%, and rods are faster to handcraft if we need. This will build up, actually no, it won't build up excess ingots, it'll build up excess iron though. Let's get some copper going real quick. Let's bring you over here. Okay, we don't have the cable for that yet. I'm gonna go handcraft a tiny bit more cable here. Pick up the miner. Should be plenty, enough just to get this copper line going here, at least into wire. Cable's very quick to craft as well. Okay, so we got some more cable here. We have a tiny bit of concrete, so we are gonna have to address that next. Very small amount of concrete here. Yeah, we don't have enough for that. Okay. Those plates will hopefully build up, so I'm gonna go grab this limestone over here and then craft up some concrete. Okay, so we got some more concrete in our inventory. Go throw down this miner here, and we don't have plates. I'm blind. Let's grab some of these. Never mind, you don't have any power. I'm dumb. most of these probably. And now I need to be thinking about what I need to do to unlock these milestones. Okay, let's see. So I crafted up some rods. I actually didn't remember how many I needed. Okay, so I have plenty of rods, plates, and then I just need the concrete. Concrete's going to be one of the biggest things that we use those portable miners for, I think, just because it really is just so good at the start. So we can at least get the first one. I think the next milestone for these splitters does not need concrete, so we don't have to focus on that right away. And I won't be building with foundations right away just because we do not have the materials for. Alright, first milestone, unlock. Okay, so it's gonna be a 2-minute countdown. Go out and look at this. I mean, super cool. Man, I love these. Love these animations. They're very seamless as well. I love how like some of these machines just have like their own quirks. Like it just does so much adjusting for whatever reason. Very cool. Alright, so we got that one unlocked. Just looking at this one, we need plates, rods, and wire. Okay, so we don't have rods automated. This might be the point in which we need to... Is that for the splitter? I forget. Okay, yes it is. So this will be conveyor splitter merger, lift, and productivity display. Okay. Oh, does it not show? Oh, yeah, interesting. Huh. I never noticed that one. And then the next one is for the man, which we really need, and the map, which would be nice, obviously. Extra hand slot as well, very useful. Okay, so we're just gonna get some so rods is a big part of this now. We'll actually need 2 constructors so we don't have rips. Then we're gonna want to throw down just a few of these here. 5 over here. Okay, so what I'm doing here is put down that storage container down there next to the node, and then I'm gonna bring another belt this way, and this will also hold the 60. So we can do another constructor here. So I'm gonna go make some rips real quick, and then yeah, I'm gonna make some rips, and then we'll set up a few temporary production lines. Alright, so I made another 10 rips real quick, didn't take too long. With the temporary mining setup, or smelting setup I had. I'm gonna place this here. It should feed right into this one, and then oh, we have no cables apparently. Set this one to concrete, and boom. And the next thing, and that'll be for when we build up temporary over there. Now we really need to think about power here. Place down a couple more of these, hook them up to power grid there, and I think I might actually get the MAM unlocked right quick. Let's see. What do you need? Okay, you need screws, which I think I can actually do pretty quick. I think I'm gonna get the MAM unlocked so that I can research the proteins to make some biofuel out of the remains that we have. So let me do that real quick. Okay, so this will be for the field research. So let's dump those in there and send this off, and then we'll get the splitter next. Actually, I think I need screws actually for the... No, I don't. I need rips, don't I? Yeah. Okay, so I have enough to get this. Got the MAM unlocked. Skip through all that ADA stuff. Okay, so the organism, yeah, so let's research. Grab you. Let's get this research. And the hog. We don't have spitter or the other one yet, but that'll work. DNA capsules for biomass, okay. Let's craft all of our proteins. I might actually go on a hunting spree and get some proteins. So, as I was killing stuff on nodes, I found this blue power slug. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab that for research purposes, obviously. Need that. And I'm gonna continue going around trying to kill things on some of the nodes around here and little POIs. Just hopping back here, I'm gonna take the gainer power. So you have no fuel. I'm just gonna throw you in there. Why not? I need to do some power slug research here. Because we do need to unlock all of these. Oh. Let's unlock our biomass. And we'll have the ability to get more inventory slots and whatnot. That is one thing I will be adding in once we hit, I believe, tier 5 is when we get jetpack. And that is when I will be adding in, hopefully, that inventory mod. And be able to, because we'll need tons of materials. And that's something that I would like to play around with, considering I think the inventory in this game is very small for the late game. Extremely small. I'm going to throw this biomass in these guys right here. This will definitely help our power situation. And this guy's probably out. Oh, no. He was surprising out. I'll throw the 40 in there. Why not? Alright. Yeah, that burned through that 60 leaves very quick. We do have one power shard to play with, and that will be for this right here, which actually we could probably get real quick. Let me go ahead and do the rounds of collecting these materials. Alright guys, so this is what I'm talking about. So if we place more on here, it's even more functional, but every so often we could do this, make it to where we don't have to come here as often if we have more miners, and this can be on top of a node that you already have a automated miner on, but you have a ton of these little ones here, and then you can have one or two storages feeding into each other into a production line that's temporary that will boost your excess if you are struggling on either slower nodes, like these are all normal, none of them are pure, and then that can just give you excess materials to kind of have at your disposal, or that could be your materials that make it just to go into your storage, and then these nodes can be automated into doing your more complex parts early on. Can definitely help. So I have this making rods right now. It'll build up over time. I'm not too worried about that. And I'm gonna go and collect some more materials and make some ribs while I wait for those rods to build up, and we'll get that next milestone unlocked. Alright, and looks like we have all of our materials that we need. 150 plates, 150 rods, and a 300 stack of wire. Let's go ahead and send this off again. And now we have access to those logistics splitters and lifts. Splitters being the main priority here. I don't have enough, I didn't make any ribs because I kind of forgot that you need screws, which need rods, and well, we didn't have any. So I'm gonna go ahead and craft up some ribs. Alright, and now we have enough ribs to build 7 more constructors, I think, yeah. So I'm gonna build something like that, and then we're gonna look in the logistics tab here and grab out a splitter and just place this on here. Oh, we have no more rods, but we can just do that. Grab some more rods out of here. Set your recipe. Attach you to power, and then we're gonna fill up this again. I'm gonna fill it up, but grab these. Because we're only using 30 per minute out of this currently, we're not using, we're producing more than we're using here. So next thing we can do is duplicate this up. Now I think we want to go, actually we're gonna have to go on this side. So what I'm gonna do is this. Why do you not want me to place? Gosh darn it. Place it as close as we can. It's about there. And we'll set up power for these. And then I actually want cast screw at some point. So I'm gonna set you to make that, and then cast screw. Set up another splitter here. Go over here. Connect you to power, and you over there. Set you to iron ingots, and then we need a splitter coming out, so this thing right here going into these guys, and boom, now we have screws and rods being set. Now like I said, I think before, with the hard drive progression turned off, you automatically, as long as you have all the prerequisites to any of these alternate recipes, you will just automatically have them unlocked, and that is such a awesome feature that they've added in update 8. Just going, I've looked around for hard drives for long enough in this game to where I do not want to have to do that more, and this is definitely going to be a great change of pace for me, so starting to love that. Now there are 3 here, so we can just merge all of these guys here into a storage and organization, just like that. Throw you into here, and boom. Then we have this automated into a storage. And this is all running off of a storage container, which I will actually, I can actually set all this up to just be off of the miner by itself, but we can also just set up the miners to go do something else, because this is only screws and rods for my personal use, not too crazy. Now this one is running at a deficiency as well, so we will actually set up. Why do you always walk wherever we need to build? I think they program them that way, that like they have to. And you can go there. You guys can get power. Splitter into here. We're gonna make iron, and you are gonna make more plates. This will be 40 plates per minute. It's been much better than what we were just doing. I get another connection just so I don't run out of those. And now these will be running at 100%, and then we'll box up these as well over here. And I think what we'll end up doing is actually bringing in our copper and our limestone over here as well, just because they are so close. We could probably merge these guys pretty easily. If we just set up like, sure, that's gonna go through the tree, whatever. It's all temporary. Alright, now those guys should be pooping out all of our plates. Perfect. You connected? Yeah, you are, okay. Alright, plates being automated into storage. And then the other thing we will need to set up, which are almost out of ribs, make 3 more constructors here, is you. Now, I think what I'm going to do is actually set... We have no more rods. Need to go grab rods. Okay, as I was saying, I think what I'm going to do is make the... actually, I'm going to delete these, because these are all a little too close. So we delete that. And we will set up a splitter out the gate. And you are going to make 60, so we can just smelt 2 sets or put this one line into 2 smelters here. Let's see. So production here and here. Sure. See if we can make a kind of a 90-ish. You know, sort of. Okay, we will attach you to here. We have a bunch more connections to work with. These will all be copper. Perfect. And then we merge these together over here. And these can go into one constructor. Oh, actually, no. I'm dumb. Okay, so I've set these up to make one of these smelters will go into making cable here, or making wire, and then into making cable. So these guys are all making, or these two are taking half of that smelted copper and making cable, and then these I'm gonna end up making any more rips, but this one will get split and made into wire. That's not far enough. There we go. I'm gonna make 60 wire over here, 30 cable, and that should be good for the time being. Make sure we connect that up to power. Oh, and power grid has broken. Number 2 of the playthrough here. Let's see. Okay, you have no fuel. Oh, okay. I'm going to. Okay, so 2 of these guys have no fuel. Top you off. I'm just gonna make all the biomass I can real quick, and hopefully that will jumpstart what we need. Alright guys, well, looks like we're running at near full consumption. I just added a couple more biomass generators. Our max production is at 160, or max capacity is at 160. Production is only running about half that right now. Max consumption still around that area. Yeah, and I've gotten pretty much everything boxed, set up to go into storages here. So I have rods. The only thing I don't have is screw set up for storage over there. I have 1 constructor making screws over there. 3 constructors making rods. 2 constructors making plates. 1 constructor making cable here. 1 constructor making wire, but it should be 2. I just haven't made the rips for it yet. Let's see. And then I have 2 constructors making concrete, so it's only 30 per minute, which is not a whole lot, but it is, you know, some. I have about 800 concrete right now, which theoretically is enough to kind of get into making our first normal factory. So the next milestone I think we'll be going for is going to be part assembly. So we'll have access to these to make the rips, because I don't want to continue handcrafting those. Then we'll probably jump over to solid biofuel. Again, these will all be pretty easy unlocks because we're already making all of these items. And then the awesome sink. Again, we're making all these items, so we can just poop out these 3 milestones instantly. And then we're gonna make the rip factory, at least a small one. Get our conveyors, and I may or may not unlock this 50 rotors for jump pads. It's pretty expensive for something that I don't really ever use, so we'll see if we end up using that. And then yeah, we'll be able to start getting into making rotors, frames, smart plating, so we can get into the space elevator tier 3 and 4. So exciting stuff. I'm not sure how this episode actually did play out in the recording, because obviously I tried to take out some of the boring stuff. Early game is pretty monotonous with just a mix of handcrafting, not really having enough resources, biomass collecting, like all that tedious stuff that people don't really want to see. So I'm going to try to make this episode pretty short. I've probably been on this save for an hour and a half so far. We'll see how much I put in here, but I'm gonna try to not throw in a bunch of this boring stuff. I would really appreciate some feedback in comments if you have any suggestions on how I make this better, because I have no idea what I'm doing. I would very much appreciate it. Some of the audio might be very poorly set up for this first episode, so I did some testing prior, but probably not enough. So we'll see how that goes. Next episode, we'll be getting those milestones unlocked, like I said. But I also really want blade runners, and it's not super hard. I just got to get quartz, which I believe is just like straight northeast, somewhere over there maybe. So we'll see how this all works out. But I appreciate all of you watching, commenting, anything you do. Greatly appreciate it, and I have pretty huge plans for this. Oh, we do have the map. I didn't even realize that. Nice. Pretty huge plans. I plan to have a pretty cool looking save, and I really appreciate anybody who wants to join me along the journey. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next episode.